Hello everybody, welcome back to another episode on our single player world. Today I am going to get started on some stuff in this area on this side here. And people who were in our stream, which was actually last night for me, we know exactly what's happened here. So in our last episode, which was episode 200, which is absolutely insane, and thank you all for the ridiculous support that we got from that. That is actually a stupid amount of support. We've got a lot more views on that video than we get on any other video normally, which it's not surprising because it is a world tour video and people do love them, but it's just crazy and it's awesome. So what we've got here, let me explain this. So this is where you can call it a zoo, but I don't want to think of it as a generic zoo because of course that wouldn't fit in with what we're doing. I want to think of it as a collection of Minecraft animals. Let's put it that way. A few hostile, a few peaceful, such as that guy there. Maybe we'll put one of those in. But what we want to do is we want to get over here, I've planned for this area to eventually be covered with an aviary. However, or cage, what have you. But yeah, that will be once we update to 1.12, of course. And that will be housing some parrots. However, I've got some other ideas. So this area here, I'm thinking of maybe putting ocelots in. And around here somewhere, we're going to be doing what we are doing today, which is putting in an Endermite. And we've already tracked one. And I've planned out with this pink clay, by the way, that's why it's here. But yeah, as I say, I've already tracked one. And I think we are going to get this guy in here at some stage today. And first of all, what we're going to have to do is build an enclosure that will house it in and also not look out of place in our town, because that's the challenge. The challenge is not building these enclosures. That's easy work. That's very simple. And by the way, here we've got a whole bunch of volunteer animals, simple ones, for the future zoo. So what I want to do is I want to put in maybe a little bit of endstone here just because this will be a good base for us to build a biome for this thing, well, in this area. So that'll be a good start, I think. And also, a lot of questions have arisen from our last episode, and I want to quickly go through a few different things that a lot of people might be thinking about and might want answers to and see what's going on. So in our last episode, I mentioned, what the hell, why is this so, that's probably because there's a block there. We'll wait for these to despawn. Yeah, what I was saying is, in our last episode, we mentioned that we are going to be starting a new world, and I know, in fact, I thought there would be a lot more people against it, but everyone seems to be quite for it, and I hope that's a good thing, because I think it is. I think it definitely is, because I've got a lot of awesome ideas, and I think that they need a new world to be shown, like, to show them, for sure, we need a new world to show them off, and I think that everyone is going to see exactly why I am super excited to have a new world. And we've been having a look at a lot of cool things. So I've taken a lot of time to have a look at a few seeds. Well, not a lot, but a significant amount of time to have a look at a few seeds. But someone from our stream, being Peanut, who is probably going to be watching this, so what's up, Peanut, has found some pretty awesome things to put in, pretty awesome seeds around the place. And if you guys have any seeds that you think would be really cool for a new world, let me know. And the best way to let me know is either on Twitter or on our Discord server, which in fact, if you guys do want to check out the seeds that Peanut has found, and I'll put the one that I found on if I remember, that I thought was a pretty cool seed. They are on our Discord server, so you can check them out and have a little look at them and tell me what your opinion is on them, because I think that is important as well. So can I place this on here? I can. And I don't want this to grow too tall, so if I do that there and there, like that, that will stop it from growing, right? We'll leave that for a bit. But yeah, that's what I'm saying. So pretty much, as I said, in our Discord server, you can check out all these things, and that will be cool for you guys to just have an opinion on that. And what I want to do now is I want to test out, can bone meal grow these things? I can't remember, and I'm sure it's really obvious, but I'm going to try it out anyway. There we go. Okay, got it. So going in here, that's grown already. Maybe it doesn't look like it can, but maybe that's a good thing. So what I was saying before as well is we're going to be building this enclosure, and we have to keep an Endermite in here. Originally, I was thinking of just building up a wall and dropping this down, but we can't drop it down another block. So if we came over here, I'm thinking I'm going to have to put in a little bit of a fence along this side here to keep this guy in, because it needs to be 2 blocks high, because of course they can jump up a single block. And by the way, we have caught the Endermite as well already. And that was done in the stream as well. So, coincidentally, a lot of stuff happened in our stream. Now, yeah, we can maybe take that. Maybe that would be a good idea. We're going to have to work out a fence here. Take those. Alright, so we're going to have to work out a fence. And I also, as I say, don't want this area to look completely out of place, because it can very, very, very easily get out of place. So we'll do that there. That's 2 blocks. We'll just change this over here just to make a 2-block high fence. And then what we'll do is we'll get in some of these guys. Let's check if these work, because I don't want to use walls or fences for the time being. Maybe I'll use a few around the place, but I don't want to go too crazy with them. So we'll do this here. Oh, of course I would have messed that up completely. There we go. And last one. Yeah, that'll keep it in. And in fact, I don't think that looks all that bad as well. Although, we'll only know once we step back. So, let's do that. Yeah, we'll have to work on it a little bit. I think that's good. If it's moved to the side, I feel like that's a good thing, because that means it's probably detected that block and it's stopping, I'd imagine. Yeah, okay, so what we're going to have to do with this fence is we're going to have to maybe do a few little interesting pieces to it, because this is a bit boring. But I think what I can do to do the last little touch, because we're not going into this enclosure too much. I think it's just kind of like, this thing is not going to be their most impressive enclosure. Let me tell you this. This enclosure is going to be quite an average enclosure. And the whole thing with it is I don't want it to be like crazy over the top, because that'll end up making everything just look a bit stupid, in my opinion. So what I want to do is I want to do that there. Just to, oh, that's actually too close. And that was really dumb of me. We'll put it in the middle, because I don't want this thing to be able to jump up. But where did that dragon egg go? There it is. Alright, so I can just use a piston to get rid of that later. Easy done. Alright, so the next thing I want to do here is maybe just get a little bit of texturing in here. Even though I know bricks are not technically like natural ender stuff, I feel like it'll just make this ground look a little bit nicer. So if we do stuff like that, a few around here, and that'll just soften it up a little bit, I think, I'd hope, and make it not look as monotonous and boring of a yeah, there, that's what I'm looking for. That's exactly what I'm looking for. Now, I think we can get this guy in. Let's get this little guy in. In fact, maybe we won't. You know what, I'm thinking this. I'm thinking we are going to do it, but then I'm like, you know what? This is probably a bad idea if I want to change this fence around. So what we'll do is I'll go and I want to actually do a little bit of terraforming, just a little bit today, and we'll go ahead and do that on the other side. This is what we are talking about. So this area right here, and in fact, I've just pillared up to have a look at what I'm thinking of. I feel like this has got a lot of potential to really be a awesome river bank. It's a little piece that we've left out, and I feel like we shouldn't neglect it, because that could actually end up being a really cool piece, as I say. So let's go up a little bit, and I'll show you what I'm talking about. What I'm thinking about is going around here. I've got this, and I've gone up to this level here. You can see how far I've moved this around, and I want to kind of get this out and make this a walkable area, if that makes sense. So these are kind of cliff faces. This over here will be an area that's a little bit more smooth, and I feel like right now, look at that, it goes 2 blocks up with 1 block depth each time, which just isn't enough. You know, it looks a little bit too steep for me. So what I've done here is I've pulled this out, and that's just me planning things out. But if I pull that out a little bit to that level there, so if I maybe, we can leave a little bit of a hill there, but just level this off to that height there, and then slowly pull this mountain, or this little ridge, I guess, make it a little bit more gradual than what it is right now, because I feel like it's a bit too heavy, and we might even have to take out a little bit there. So that's the plan for today, to get this area here formed the correct way, because as I say, it's not 100% the way I want it, and I'll take away this pillar as well while I'm at it. Then also what I'm thinking of is down in the river bed, so at the bottom of the river, right down there, I like the idea of having a bit of sand and just a few things that have washed up on the shore like that. So we're probably going to do that as well in the meantime, just to, well, once we've done that, so that we can get this area somewhat more close to being complete, I guess. And as I say as well, this is an area that we've neglected, and it's an area that I think has got a lot of potential to just be a really cool, really cool building. So let's get that away. This is actually going really quickly, getting rid of this stuff. So this part I thought was going to take the long time, but it really isn't. There we go. Good. Alright. Perfect. Alright, so this is what I'm talking about. So let's go up on this side here. And you can see that we've got too high, and I think that's way too many. So we'll get rid of this, and oh, got that there. Cool. We'll start again. Let's get rid of this here. Go in a few blocks, and then we're going to slowly take it in further as we go. And that's the way I've been doing things like this, just gradually pulling away from it. So we'll do this here. We'll keep that on our offhand so we can fix stuff up if we break it. So we'll take out a little bit more. So we'll take out these here. And just doing what I know I need to do. So for instance, what I know I need to do is I know I definitely need to make this longer. So I need to pull this in 2 blocks, if that makes sense. So you can see there, 2 blocks. I'll get rid of these, get rid of these. Like that, and that's what I mean by making it longer. So just slowly but surely pulling it away and making it a bit more gradual. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to go up 1 level. And I'm going to rip this away. And I'm going to do the same thing again here. And slowly but surely you'll see this coming into a, at least I hope, a nice looking gradual slope. So let's just get this last little bit out here. We'll remove that. And there. There's a block stopping me here somewhere. Yeah, it must be just above me there. Not to worry, we'll get that at a later point. But there, let's do that there. And a few more of these here. And this is just what I've been doing. This is what I've learned, at least from the terraforming stuff that I've been doing recently. Is just taking things a bit slower than what I normally would. Not going into a lot of detail at the start as well was also probably a good thing. So just getting rid of a few things here and just doing a rough thing. And then eventually I'll chisel this away. There we go. This is looking like it's almost ready to step back and have a look at. Just a small area at least. So if I go around there. Oh, way too far. Way too far. And I'm stuck in a block. Great. Alright, let's get out of this block. There we go. And I can show you what I'm talking about. So going over here. Already you can see a lot more of that there. And you see what I mean about this being more gradual? You see that? So pulling this back 2 blocks, and I'm going to do it along here as well, will make this area just look so much more natural, first of all, for us in this world. And not only that, I don't want this to be a cliff face, as I say. I want this to be almost a place where if you're in the water, you'll be swimming along and you'll be like, I can't get up there, but I can get up there. You know, like a little bit of a beach, I guess, along the river. And what I'm going to do now, because of course it's nighttime, I'm going to have to sleep the night away. But then I'm also going to go and get this leveled off before we come back here, because I don't think there's too much to gain from me just destroying more of this. And then what we're going to do is we're going to make a few minor touches to that. And there it is. So I've gone ahead and you can see we've got a few things loading in here where we just have to get rid of a few. There we go. Get rid of that one and that one over there. So I think this area is definitely looking a lot better than it was before. And I've put in a little bit of a lip on the edge of the bank. I don't know if you would call it that, but you know, just with a little bit of sand. And we can always do a bit more to that just to get it a bit better built in there. Let me eat some of this. And now what I want to do to pretty much just kind of finish this off for today, not going to call it completely done just yet, but definitely a bit closer to it. We'll take some of these, maybe even a few of those. And then we will also go and, oh, we have not got them on us, get some bone blocks quickly. And that should be a quick trip down here. Around here, and that's all we need. Perfect, so we'll head back there. I just love fireworks. How much easier is that to get around to our town? And there we go. Good, we can pop that guy in there. And do I have anything else? I don't have anything else. Okay, we'll have to put in another one at a later stage. Oh, there we go. Cool, we can do it now. So what I want to do first of all is I want to first of all just add in a few bushes around the place here. I feel like that will really just make it look a lot more built up, and it also takes away from the fact that it's all the same level. So when I do this, you'll see that where this area was a bit more flat, it's now got this broken up by these bushes. And that's what I find bushes are really useful for, just making the area like broken into smaller areas, not necessarily as a decoration completely, if that makes sense. You know, it's like, it's not just for a bush being there, it's to make it not as monotonous. So we'll do that there, and I'll switch over to birch, I guess. And 1 or 2 jungles. And you know what I like about jungle leaves? Is they change as well. Like the colors change, like oak leaves. Like look at that, there's some oak, jungle. Same colors, you know when the green textures change? It's really cool. There. And maybe we'll do 1 or 2 more bushes and then we'll stop it over here. Cool. Then what I wanted to do, which is why I got this bone meal is, well, the bone blocks is for the bone meal. We're just gonna add this every, oh yeah, nice. We got some of these guys growing here. Nice. A few flowers isn't bad. And they're all tulips as well, which is really cool. There. And then what I like to do is once I've grown these, I like to also break a lot of the grass because obviously it overdoes the grass for us. And we don't want that, so we'll do this. Almost finished with all this, and then I'm gonna make some tall grass as well. So we'll break up a lot of this and then make some things tall. Maybe I'll just go over this side. Let's check it out. Let's see what's changed. Yeah, definitely looking a lot different. I think a bit better than what it was before, in my opinion. I think I have to get rid of the poppies and stuff, though. And there you are, I knew you would come for me. There you go, get rid of a few of these poppies, and then also a few of these here, because it just looks a bit too messy when we've got this much grass. So we'll go there, get rid of that. Like that. And then, as I say, I want to make some tall grass as well, because that just adds to it. It's like so much more. Just so much more. So we'll do that there. And we'll break off this a little bit. Do one of those there. And just the odd one here and there. Well, that wasn't intended. I want to maybe have a few more of those. And there we go. Okay, good. And I'll have to get rid of the poppies and stuff later on. Let's check how this looks from the top there. Yeah, that's definitely a lot better than what it was before. And I've also got a bunch of this over here, which I was planning on maybe just doing a log or something along here. Like a flat, like one that's been laid over. So we'll just do this. And this just adds some extra detail, just something else that it's not all the same stuff everywhere. So there's a log there. And we can also do one over here. And we can also even put some trees in later on. Well, not today, but I mean later on at another time. So we'll do this here. And I guess it's only a 2-wide log. Perfect. I think that's done. And what I want to do now is I want to move that Endermite into its home. As for the fence idea, I have not managed to think of anything too much different just yet. But there should be in here a name tagged Endermite. Can we get out of here, please, Endermite? Why is it not chasing me? Come on. Okay, well, Ricky02 is the name on it, by the way. Okay, there we go. That's going to work. It's the stairs, so we're getting it. But yeah, this is from a person watching our stream, being Ricky02. Ricky asked for the name while we were in stream, and we said Ricky could have it. We've also got another one over there with Arrowwood, and we're going to have a few other people from stream when we catch these things, because we're catching these things on stream. We're gonna have a few other people being named into some of these animals. So if you guys wanted to be an animal, join the streams and you guys can call dibs on some of these things. So there, come on in here. I probably should have had a trapdoor or something like that. In fact, if I just go in here, it's stuck. Okay, cool. Awesome. All right, so we've got an Endermite trapped in here. Our first animal in here. That's great. All right, so I'm really excited for 1.12 though, because I feel like the parrots will be the cool one. That's the one I'm really looking forward to. And I've also got these signs you guys might have noticed with potential animals to put in here. So we've got a few things, for instance, like a creeper. I don't think we'll do that, but like slimes, they're kind of like a Minecraft animal, even though they're hostile. I'm not gonna, I feel like we have got the, for instance, the cows and stuff like that, but if we can get some more interesting things, maybe llamas, ocelot, we had an ocelot, it despawned, but we could put an ocelot in there and maybe a squid tank, just do some stuff, but I don't want them to all be this like size and a bit boring like that. I want it to be a bit more exciting and stuff. The ocelot one, I'm planning on doing a full just like jungle biome thing going on for it, maybe if that works. But yeah, this is just a cool little addition. Just a little addition. But yeah, guys, I think for today, I'm going to end this episode here because we've done a fair bit of it. And I'm really excited to get into some bigger projects. The next project I want to do, which will probably start in the next episode, is the villager project. So we're going to start that stuff up. And I think that'll be a bunch of fun. But thank you very much for watching today, guys. And I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.